Hi everybody, I'm John Riddle, and today we're going to show you how to use Photopea. Photopea is a wonderful alternative to Adobe Photoshop, and it comes with tons of features such as advanced image manipulation tools, and it does vector drawings as well. And I'm going to show you how to use it right now. To access Photopea, type photopea.com on your web browser and start working. Photopea can't be downloaded and installed as an application. The main interface comes with several buttons. You can create a new PSD project from scratch or go to Open from Computer to browse for an existing file you have. Choose Templates to start from a ready template to use. Go to File, Open, to open other files such as images in JPEG, PNG, WebP up to RAW files format, but also Adobe Illustrator files, InDesign files up to GIMP, Krita and CorelDRAW design projects, and SVG vector files. Each file is shown with its own tab as an independent document. On the left, you get several tools to brush and edit, some collected together if they have a white corner. In this case, click and hold to show the full set of tools collected. On the right side, you get several panels that you can close by right-clicking on these and restore from the Window tab above. To check the canvas, zoom in and out by holding Alt down and using your mouse. Hitting the view with Control or Command and 0. Hold the spacebar key to pan around instead. To crop your document, enable the Crop tool and edit the grid on the canvas. Click and drag any corner to resize it. Click outside to rotate it, and click and drag to move the grid. You can also enter precise width, height, or aspect ratio values above. Finally, use Apply or Cancel to apply the crop or undo it. With Photopea, you can work with images or bitmap objects that are objects rendered in pixels, so they may lose quality if edited and resized severely. You can use several brushing tools to correct and enhance details, using Control or Command and Z to undo. You can also open the History panel on the right to step back through your actions one by one. To correct imperfections over an image, you can use the Clone Stamp or the Healing Brush tool. Hold Alt and click to set the source point, then brush over the image to apply corrections. With the Clone Stamp, you paste the exact pixels of the reference shown as a crosshair. With the Healing Brush, you paste pixels by also taking into account the original image colors. You can also enable the Spot Healing Brush to remove smaller imperfections by clicking over these. Enable the Blur or the Sharpen tool to add or reduce the blurriness level. Adjusting brush options from the Options bar at the top. Use the Smudge tool to push pixels where you drag instead. With the Dodge and the Burn tool, you can brighten or darken the areas of the image where you brush, selecting between shadows, midtones, or highlights above, and adjusting the exposure level. With the Sponge tool, you set the color intensity by increasing or reducing its level from the Options bar above. You can also draw freehand with the brush or the pencil tool by dragging over the canvas and selecting the color from the picker on the left. Adjust the brush size, hardness, style, opacity, and flow above, and get the complete brush options from the Brush panel on the right. These brushes affect the image pixels directly and permanently, shown as a background layer on the Layers panel. To keep the image intact, create a new layer at the bottom and select the new layer to brush on it. This way, you won't edit the original image, as all your strokes are collected in an independent layer. Switch to the Eraser tool to refine or remove pixels from the selected layer on the right. If the document has no pixels, a checkerboard pattern appears, representing complete transparency. With Photopea, you can also make vector drawings and drop text that never lose quality since they are defined by mathematical algorithms. Enable any shape tool to click and drag and drop rectangles, ellipses, or other regular shapes as new independent vector layers. Customize fill and stroke color, width, and style from the Options bar or the Properties panel on the right. To draw custom shapes, enable the Pen tool and click on the canvas to drop corners and click and drag to draw curves, closing the path to finish. With the vector layer selected, adjust its properties above in Shape mode. To refine the shape with the Pen tool, click on any node to remove it and hold Ctrl or Command and drag to move any node or curve handle. To add text, enable the Text tool and click and drag on the canvas to drop a text box and type in. If words go beyond the box, make sure to enlarge it enough. You can also select text and change its font family, style, size, and color from the Options bar or other properties from the Character or the Paragraph panels on the right. Brushing tools work on images, but may not on vector shapes or text until you render these into pixels. To do this, right-click on any vector layer and go to Rasterize. This way, you can paint, erase, or apply corrections on it. Remember that this conversion is irreversible. The Layers panel on the right shows all the layers composing your document for you to manage them. Click on the eye icon to show or hide any layer and use the lock button to block any modification from any specific layer. Drag any layer up or down to change the order of visibility and use the trash icon at the bottom to remove any selected layer. To edit and transform any selected layer, enable the Move tool and drag it to move it on the canvas. You can also go to Edit, Transform to scale, rotate, or distort the selected layer, whether this is an image, a vector shape, or a piece of text. With the selection tools, you can define specific areas on the canvas to affect only such region when you brush or apply edits. You can drop rectangular or elliptical areas by dragging and dropping on the canvas, or use the lasso tool to define the shape freehand. Enable the Quick selection to brush and select over areas sharing the same color. To deselect everything, use Ctrl or Command and D. Within these selections, you can also work with multiple images within a single document. Just pick the layer of an image and select it entirely, using Ctrl or Command and X to cut it. When you open another document and use Ctrl or Command and V, you paste the image as a new independent layer that you can move and edit as seen. You can also apply effects to any layer by right-clicking on it and going to Blending options, adding bevels, textures, outlines, shadows, and overlay styles. If the layer is made of pixels, you can also go to the Filter tab and apply other effects such as blur, distortion, and much more. From Window Adjustments, You can apply color corrections such as brightness, contrast, color curves, saturation, and more, adjusting values live from the Properties panel. These corrections are applied through an adjustment layer, affecting all the layers below it in the list. By default, it involves the entire canvas, shown as a white mask. If you add the correction with a selected area, only such region is considered, shown in white over the black area. Your work in Photopea remains saved in your browser cache, so you lose it if you close the page. Make sure to save your work by going to File. Choose Save as PSD to download your work as a Photoshop PSD document. Head to Export As to render your document as an image in JPEG or in PNG if you have transparent pixels. Choose SVG to export as a vector file and save as a PDF if you want to download and print your document. And there you have it. That's everything you need to know to start using Photopea today. We hope you enjoy using it. And if you'd like to learn more about photo editing and design, be sure to visit our YouTube channel or our website where you can learn more, and it's all free. See you next time.